Hi there, welcome to my video where I share the most amazing city of Edinburgh, Scotland. I was so busy here, so many things to see, so many things to do, and it's a large city, so it took a while to walk around, but got out there, got on a train, and yep, I'll share it with you here. Well, I'm on my second train today. I've already caught the train from Stirling to Edinburgh, and now I'm catching the train from Edinburgh to Kinghorn, only because I'm going to do a bit of walking. So, like I said when I was on the train, I've arrived in Edinburgh, but I left my baggage at the hostel because it was way too early for check-in, and I've caught the train up to a place called Kinghorn. Now, there's the ocean. So I'm going to do a bit of the Firth coastal pathway, and I'm going to walk now south, heading back towards Edinburgh. Bit too far to walk all the way, but I'm going to enjoy this coastline while I can. And look at that beautiful day. So my walk along the coast is going really nicely. You can either go on the actual beach, or there's a streetway you can go as well in case it was high tide. So yeah, it did have a shower of rain, but momentarily, and then it stopped, so that was good. Well, you wouldn't believe it, it rained really heavily, and I've just arrived at the railway station. That's a pretty train. So I'm now going to get the train to Edinburgh Castle, I think it's called, and then I'm going to do some more of the Firth coastal path. Yeah, Edinburgh Castle is where I'm going to go to. Shouldn't be too far away, the train, I've just timed it perfectly. So still walking the Firth coastal way. It's just suddenly got a little bit more interesting. I can see one of those bridges that I saw when I caught the train across, but also there's a cruise ship there. That was a bit of a surprise when I came around the corner. And just come around a little further, and I thought, what on earth is that noise? It's all these Scottish kids having a huge time in the sea. Well, I'm really impressed with this bridge. It's one of the coolest bridges I've seen. And even Gustav Eiffel was impressed by it. He attended the opening. How cool was that? Which looks like the San Francisco bridge. Well, true to last year when I travelled in America, I'm doing a Parliament tour. So this is the Scottish Parliament tour. Nowhere where I was in England was there any Parliament buildings. So this is going to be the one and only in the UK, I believe. So it starts in 20 minutes, so I'll go wander around.
It's all been curated. Some pieces were commissioned specifically for some sites in the Parliament. This is one of them. 100 sentences cast in ceramics.
So inside the members area now, and all the desks. It's very, very cool. It's a beautiful, beautiful building. So Scottish Parliament's a new parliament. It was actually voted, and then in 1997 it was agreed that Scotland should have its own parliament and not totally be reliant on the Westminster Parliament, which is situated in London. So really interesting building, really enjoyed the tour and learned so much. Look at this funky building, how cool. So these are the windows where they have their little window seats so they can sit up in there and chill out and contemplate things. Very cool wall. This older building over here that I've been taking some photos of this morning is the Holy Rood, and there's a whole palace there, and apparently the king is coming later on this week, and there's going to be a bit of a garden party. No, I didn't get my invite, whoops. Well, good morning from the streets of Edinburgh. I'm just going for a walk this morning, having a look around. Yeah, it's a little bit windy. And yeah, just exploring. But I'm going to walk up to Arthur's Seat. If anyone's seen the series One Day on Netflix, a lot of that's on Arthur's Seat. So I've just noticed up in front of me you can get a really good view of the hill. So let me turn you around. Yeah, it's pretty cool all the way down that street. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And I think there's people up there already. Well, I'm on my way up to Arthur's Seat. This actually really reminds me of when I did Diamond Head in Hawaii. Look at all those people everywhere. Yeah, but it's a beautiful day. Thought I'd do it now, just in case the weather changes. So along with the hundreds, I'm going to the top of the seat. I didn't go into the Surgeons Museum, but I've come into the Tabit Rice Gallery, and oh my gosh, these are some huge pieces, but this is the display that's on today. So this is extremely busy, this National Museum of Scotland, but what an amazing building, and purpose-built. Prince Albert commissioned it, and he didn't live very long after it was open, but isn't this brilliant? And it seems to have everything here. I really don't know where to start, and there's no guides on the weekend, and I just discovered it's Saturday. So I'll go off and explore. Well, this museum continues to blow me away. It's just, wow. I think it surpasses every other museum I've been into. There's just so many things to look at. I'm just literally wandering. Very, very cool. So once again, the history here is amazing. This church has been here from 1638. Don't know whether in the form it is now, but looking along here, I find this actually really interesting. It's like that there's cells, but I'm not quite sure. No, maybe that's a bit of a graveyard going on. So you can see some headstones in that last one. This one's open. Pretty cool. And yeah, there's a whole lot of burial sites over there. And look at this. All the old buildings. And this, yes, a very popular tourist place, as you can see. It shows how busy Edinburgh is, and it's actually a Saturday afternoon. Well, good morning again from Edinburgh. What a good way to start the day, listening to a piper. So I've just changed hostels. Mine's just off the Royal Mile now. So that's it, the area behind me, and I'm going to head up to the cathedral this morning. So yeah, it should be nice, but a bit overcast again, a few spits of rain, but I think all will be good. So look at the crowds and look at this grandstand. Something's obviously on, but unfortunately I didn't book my tickets. Didn't think I really needed to. Rocked up, just saw the sign. Oh no, no Edinburgh Castle for me. Oh well, so lovely. I have to go and Google it. So another art gallery. This is my second for today. The other one was a really quick one. This is the National Portrait Gallery. So another amazing building, as you can see. And yeah, it's broken up into eras. So I've got about half an hour or so before I've got to head off to my cathedral tour. Yes, I scored one. How cool is that? Gosh, I love walking around the city. I mean, look at it. It's amazing. I'm just wandering. It's the National Gallery. I'm going to come back to here in a bit, I think. Such a cool place to wander, that's for sure. And yay, after picking up those last minute tickets, I start the tour, complete with audio assistance. So this castle is just really interesting. There's little museums tucked away. I've got the audio so I can listen to all about it. I was just listening how the military's been here for over 1,000 years and they still have a presence here. So whilst it's crowded, it's really interesting, and so glad I did manage to get tickets. So this is looking down
terwijl de Britten met het neus bovenop
stonden.
stonden. Achter de Fransen, de Spanjolen en wij zelf ook, tezamen verbonden ten strijde tegen zijn trekken, net als ook de Amerikanen.
And here's another cell. Quite creative with the hammocks and the beds underneath. And this is when they arrested the French. And unbelievably, I'm actually here on my own. It's very crowded coming through the castle, but it's funny how all of a sudden you get this wave of crowd and no people. So I'm in the Great Hall now. It was built originally about 1500 and it's evolved through lots of things, army barracks, hospitals, new floors put in, and then it was brought back to what it is now about, I don't know, 200 or 300 years ago. But a lot of this is original. The roof or the ceiling's original, wood from Norway. A lot of this panelling is original. So yeah, fascinating that they can work all this out. And I should have mentioned too that it's still used for banquets and dinners and greeting royalty and ministers from other countries, prime ministers. Wow, that was certainly money well spent. I've been in this castle for 3 hours, would you believe that? And I have to leave now because it's closing for the day. But wow, what an experience. Definitely, you've got to get the audio tour. You know, you have to listen to it. I would have been handy to have my plug-in earphones, but that's really the only improvement. It's a great tour. Even with a crowd, it was still, you know, definitely well worth doing. So if you're coming to Edinburgh, make sure you go to the castle. So I've climbed up here to Carlton Hill. It's about 8 o'clock at night. That's the national monument there. It's from remembrance of all the soldiers. It's been there since the 1800s. Never actually finished, and I think they've decided that's what they're going to do with it. This is Nelson's monument. You used to be able to climb up it. I don't believe you can anymore. And then over here is the dome. Not quite sure of the significance of that one. But looking down this way, that's where my first hostel was in Edinburgh, the YHA. There somewhere, not quite sure where. And there's the Firth of Forth, looking over to Firth, which is where I did the coastal walk. It's a beautiful spot to come up in the evening, but sadly I don't think there'll be any sunsets. Well, good morning from Edinburgh Waverley train station. So I'm heading out of Edinburgh today. I'm heading out of Scotland today, and that's probably a really good place to say thanks for watching this video. Until next time, bye for now. And I've got some musicians behind me. How appropriate is that? Not quite the bagpipes, but that's okay. So, see you next time.